I'm gonna be showing you how we outsource inbox management in our own agency so we can focus on more important tasks. When you're running a lead generation agency and you're using cold outreach, you're gonna get hundreds of emails every single day, in some crazy cases even thousands. At some point it doesn't really make sense for you to handle this step anymore. So this is an inbox management task. You here as a CEO, you are basically handling this task, but then over time when you get more clients, this task starts growing a lot and it might be taking you 6 hours every single day to handle. So it's really not worth your time because then you can't do anything else. So what we want to do is you would have an inbox manager here, like a virtual assistant that you have hired, and their job is to handle this task. When they're doing it alone, they handle the task and it takes a lot of time and they maybe do it wrong. So for you to actually make it work smooth, you need to be here helping them every single step of the way so it goes smoothly. Even though you have outsourced it, it doesn't really help you at all. You don't really benefit from it because you need to spend hours every day just looking over this inbox manager and making sure that they're doing their job correctly. You're answering questions, you're coaching them every single day. And that is the situation where we don't want to be. So what we want to do here, instead of we having you here, we want to have an SOP. And then when the SOP is here standing next to the inbox manager has all the possible answers and all the possible information that you would otherwise have, but they have it in an SOP. And this is what an SOP looks like. I'm going to show how it works in a second. And then they can complete the task really smoothly. So you can be here in the corner doing something completely else. So what is an SOP? This is our inbox management SOP. It can be in any form. It can be a Google document. It can be a Notion page. It can be anything. But basically SOP is a standardized operating procedure. When you have an inbox management SOP, someone should be able to look at this SOP and complete the task perfectly without having any previous experience. It needs to answer all the possible questions, all the possible obstacles, all the possible problems. It needs to have answers to every single situation. Your job is to create a really fucking good SOP, so you can just give this SOP or inbox manager and they will have it there by their side so they can complete this huge inbox management task without bothering you. In our inbox management SOP, we have few things. First, we have a Loom video overviewing the whole SOP, how everything works. Second thing we have purpose. It's always good to understand why we are doing something and what we are actually doing and how often we are doing it. SOP should also have an answer on what it is. It is a checklist when you're managing an inbox. When you do it, this full checklist is completed every day for each inbox you're managing. And why we do it, we use this checklist to keep track of absolutely everything and make sure inbox management results are optimal. And keep in mind, you can have an SOP for every single task in your agency. You can have it for sales calls, you can have it for onboarding, you can have it for scraping leads, you can have it for sending invoices, you can have an SOP for everything. And this way you can just give out the SOPs for the people who handle the task and they are able to perform it really well. And basic terminologies, we're just covering different terms that might come up in the inbox management SOP or when they are executing tasks. So we're explaining what is a prospect, what is a client, what is a reply, what is an inbox, what is Calendly, what is template, what is SOP. We're basically covering every single possible term they might come across. So even though these are really simple terms, we want to make sure that there is zero possibilities that there's something that they don't understand. Then we have tools, so the different tools the inbox manager might use. So we have messaging templates, we have Gmail, and we have Calendly. We also have roles and responsibilities, and then we have the whole process. Normally you would have a Loom here covering the whole process, but this is an SOP template that I give out to people in our program. Someone should be able to open the whole SOP and follow this procedure every single day and complete their job perfectly without having any obstacles at any point of time. The steps that I have outlined here is first, step 1, open inbox management workflow. Second thing, open your client list inside your name inbox management. So in our agency, we have a folder for every inbox manager where basically they can see all the clients that they're managing. Step 3, pick the first client from the list you want to work on today. Step 4, execute the whole process shown in the inbox management workflow. Step 5, after executing the whole process for the first client, move on to the next client on your list. Step 6, complete the whole inbox management workflow for every client on your client list. Step 7, check that every client's meeting tracking sheet is filled correctly, and you get the point. So it's super step by step in detail explained on how to do everything. You can do anything here. You can add screenshots, you can add pictures, you can do anything that you need to make sure that they understand the job perfectly. So the most important thing here is going to be the inbox management workflow. This is the inbox management workflow that we use, and because this has been done really well, the inbox managers are open to just open this workflow and complete their work every single time. When our inbox manager starts the workday, the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to open Notion. And we have every single step here, it has been labeled A1, B4, C15, E9, so we can reference back to those steps really easily. Go back to step E9 or go back to step A1. So open Notion page, inbox management, basically our own process. Make sure that the inbox is set on red. Is there a new unread reply? Yes. Yes. Open the newest unread reply. Is it an automated reply? No. Is the reply positive or showing interest? I'm not sure. Check the AA2 positive or negative reply page from Inbox Management Daily Resource Notion page. Are you sure now? Yes. Go back to stage B5. Boom. B5. Does the prospect match client criteria? There's a system for every single step that there possibly might happen. So is it a clear yes to having a meeting? No. Is the prospect asking for more information? No. Is the prospect telling you the person's message X? No. Is the prospect telling you that they want you to send information over email instead of having a call? Yes. Use the reply template A6. Okay, what is a reply template A6? They go back to the SOP and they go here. Messaging templates, reply template A6. This reply template will be used in situations when someone is asking for the information via email instead of having a call. Don't edit the reply template directly in Notion, copy paste it into the reply section of Gmail and edit there. And then they have a template, so they know exactly what they should say when someone is asking for information in an email instead of having a call. This way, when we have reply templates, follow-up templates for every single situation that there might possibly be, the inbox manager who is managing the email replies, every single time when something happens, they know exactly what to do. They just go to this flow chart and they're like, okay, boom, what do I need to do? Is the clear yes to having a meeting? Yes. Has the prospect already agreed to a time/calendar link to book in the meeting? Yes. Is the time slot open on client's Calendly? Yes. Book the meeting for the agreed date using client's Calendly. Send them a message using reply template A1. Forward the email thread to client's email. Label the email thread with meeting and positive label. Open the meeting tracking page for that client. Mark on the next empty row that the meeting was booked with all the information. Go back to stage B1. Then they go back to stage B1. Then they start going over other replies. So this way, every single time when they see a reply on the inbox that they are managing, they can just go over here and see exactly what they need to do. These purple ones are basically follow-ups. Then after they have sent all the follow-ups and they have gone through all the unique replies, have you completed the whole process today for all the inboxes you are managing? Yes. Is there any other task that you have been asked to do for today? No. Fill your this month's monthly work sheet. Message inbox management Slack channel that today's work has been completed. Come back tomorrow and complete the process again. So this way, when you have a really good SOP, it is way easier for you to outsource tasks in your business. Of course, when you sit down and you start creating this, it's gonna take you 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 hours. I know that I worked really long hours to make this SOP work. This way, you can just have this one SOP, and then when you bring on a new inbox manager or whatever employee it might be in your team, you just give this SOP, you train them for a few days to make sure that they understand how the SOP works. Then you never need to reply to questions during the day, and they immediately know what to do. And also, they're just gonna get you way better results and way better performance because they have all the answers here. Of course, when you have an SOP like this, you need to refine it a lot, because when you first create it, there's gonna be problems. Some situations won't be covered here, and maybe they ask you a few times like, oh, like how do you do this? Like I actually can't find a clear answer from the SOP. You go back to the drawing board and you make sure that that question and that situation is really clearly answered, and there's a really easy way to find a solution for the situation. So you can make the SOP better and better and better every single time. The end goal is just to have a really killer agency. This is your agency. Here you have a bunch of different SOPs. You have SOPs for every single thing. And then you have employees, you have team members, you have VAs, you have in-house employees. And then when your agency has a task that they need to complete, every single time when they have a question about this task, they can find an SOP from your agency and they can just use that SOP to complete the task. And when you have built this correctly, you can be here outside the agency. And then you can do actually what CEOs do or founders do, and you can look at the big picture of the agency and make sure that the agency is moving in the right direction. If you have any ideas what I should be talking about next, drop them down in the comment box below and I'll be going through them. Thank you for watching.